Hi, my name's Phil Williams. What we're going to look at today is just bass essentials. Now I'm going to cover a lot of things most of you probably know, but if there's a few of you who learn a few interesting bits from this, then that's great. What I thought I'd look at first is just tuning. Now, most people have electric tuners and we can tune up, using the tuner. It's pretty straightforward. If you haven't got a floor tuner, and you can pitch one of your bass notes, maybe to a piano or a tuning fork, or even get it close, then you can tune the rest of your bass to this one string, and I'll show you how to do that. The first way I ever did it was just comparing strings. So I'd play the 5th fret on the E string, and then play the A, and the two should be the same, near enough, using your ear. Same across to the next one, and the same across to the next one. It's something you probably already know. The next thing I moved on to was harmonics, tuning using the harmonics. The same thing, I'd use the 5th fret on my E string, play the harmonic, and then I'd play the 7th fret on the next string. And then I'd tune the bass right down on the A string, so I could hear the waveforms come up and start to match, and you can hear it much clearer then. You'll be surprised that large movement will get you closer into the sound rather than doing small increments. So it sounds like this. I'll show you that again. Then we move up to the next string, same thing. And then the same thing on the next string. The next thing I want to look at is posture. I know this sounds like a weird one maybe for bass, but there is this school of thought with bass where the lower you have it, obviously the cooler it looks. It does look, when you're standing up, it does look cool to have it right round your knees. This is a nice kind of rock and roll look. But in practicality terms, it creates a real angle, or stretches your hands back the further the bass goes down. So it's good. It kind of, it'll work for if you're want to look cool in videos. But having your bass that far down really does make it very difficult to play stuff. Also, having it up in kind of 80s style up here creates another angle on this arm here. And if you're creating angles on either of your wrists, over the years you will start to develop problems in your wrists. So what you need to do is find a very good position for the bass to be in. Also, if you guys out there are sat practicing for hours on end in one position, which might well be hunched over your bass, fairly low down, when it comes to standing up, your whole bass moves, and where your strap is, your whole bass will actually move to a different position. So you spent a lot of time practicing something in a position that you won't actually play it in. And this is really important. I think you need to think about where the bass is in relation to your body when you're stood up and when you're sat down. So have a look at your strap and try and, if you are practicing sat down, try and get this balance. Also between this arm and the angles on your wrist here, and this hand here and the angles across the fret, in fact across the bass itself. And good posture helps you play stuff well. I mean, it gives you, if you're sat in the right position, it gives you enough space between your arms. It gives you a good angle to be able to get your thumb behind the neck. So think about your posture and, again, how the bass is going to look when you stand up and start playing.